get the hell out of here and never come back. You're a worthless, broken woman. If I ever see you near my house again, I'll call the cops on you. And then they can take you away and teach you how to be a decent person. If that's even possible. I wish I could have done that myself. But then I would have to explain it to my son. And I don't want to hurt him.
You're the one who should be arrested. You punched me in the face. What kind of person does that to a young woman for no reason? What kind of father are you?
What's wrong with punching a thief in the face and kicking them out of my house? I know what you were after. And I won't let you ruin my family with your schemes. You can't fool me with your lies.
A thief? I'm your son's fiancé, for God's sake. Why would I rob my own fiancé's dad? Why would I rob anyone at all? I came here to meet you and get to know you better. But you attacked me as soon as I walked in. You didn't even listen to me. You just hit me without warning.
I don't care if you're my son's fiancé or not. I don't want you to marry him. Why did he have to choose a woman like you? He has so much potential. And I've introduced him to so many other women who would love him and make him happy. All he has to do is listen to me, and he'll find a better woman to marry. A woman who I can trust to be a good wife and not a gold digger like you.
What are you talking about? Why are you against me? All I said was that I grew up with a single mom and that she raised me by herself. I didn't do anything to offend you, did I? And I wasn't stealing anything from you. I love your son, and I want to be with him.
Bringing your past into my house is very offensive, actually. My family is very famous, and we have a reputation to maintain in this city, in this state even. And having someone like you in my family is very noticeable. I've seen women like you before, who try to get into rich and famous families and suck them dry like leeches. And so have many of my colleagues. And if they see me letting a bug like you in my house again, they will think less of me. They will lose respect for me, and they will laugh at me. I'm sure the man who knocked up your mom was smart to run away from you. He probably knew right away that you and your mom were both useless to society, and he wanted nothing to do with you.
Huh? So in other words, you're just judging me harshly for being a single mother household and are using that as a reason to push me away. You're just being prejudiced and narrow-minded, and you don't care about your son's happiness at all. I have to say, you've made a situation that could very well put you behind bars, Peter. This could have gone a lot better had you just expressed your concerns with me in the first place, and let me explain myself a bit more to you so that you could understand who I am. But that probably wouldn't have made a difference anyway in the end, because you're too stubborn and arrogant to listen to anyone.
The law doesn't care about what I've done to protect myself from a robber like you. Heck, if I had a weapon on me, I could have done you in and there would be no one against me because I have to protect my son in this house. Ah, and another thing. All you moneyless people are truly thieves. You only live to try and get into us rich people's lives and take what we work so hard for, right? Well, today our interaction has taught me a very good lesson. I'm going to need to invest in a better house security. Now that I see more rats like you on the horizon trying to dig their way into my money and into my family.
Man, I'm actually amazed by you. You must be talented in talking and spewing such nonsense all of the time. Today, you really made yourself look like a textbook example of a greedy villain from some movie. And that's kind of hilarious, actually, because you're so delusional and pathetic.
A villain? I'm the hero of this world. It's because of people like me who have bled for the position they're in that you lowlives and you moneyless people have the chance to even be able to live. You're the ones who get to have unemployment because you're too lazy and useless to get a job. And that all comes from the money I make. And you think after leaving off all of that I've sacrificed for this world, you could come in and become part of my family now? Stop trying to make me laugh. This company of mine employs thousands of people who are below me. And if you wanted, I'd give you a job as well in a company. But I know you'd never be thankful for my kindness. So I'd rather you stay away from the greatness I offer this world.
I have a job right now, and it's working for someone who is a bit less egotistical than you. And me wanting to marry your son isn't me trying to come into your family with any bad intentions, actually. I just wanted to marry your son, David, because I love him and he means the world to me. And he loves me too, you know.
That's the same thing. You marrying my son will make you a part of my family and have access to all the things that I've worked hard for. Who do you think will allow you to do that? It won't be me, I promise you that. David has been in countless newspapers with articles all written about how amazing of a young elite man he is. He is a star shining bright in this city of mine. And you have no right taking him off his pedestal with whatever emotions you have for him. If he is having to be swayed by love, it better be to a woman that I approve of. Someone that's a celebrity or comes with wealth. Someone that's worthy of him. Unlike you.
But David wants to be married to me as well. He doesn't want to be with a celebrity or some stuck-up rich girl. We've already talked about all of this before, and about the reason why he's choosing to be with me over all the countless other beautiful and wealthy women he could be with. He reasoned that someone like me didn't grow up in wealth, or as someone that's a natural-born model, and that's what makes someone like me down-to-earth and special to him. He loves me for who I am, not for what I have.
I don't care about what he thinks he wants. I am his father, and not only his father, but his CEO as well. Everything I say to him, he must abide by. And that's because everything I say is correct. He has an image to uphold for his family. And that image cannot be tainted by someone that the rest of this world's high society doesn't deem important. Do you understand? Do you understand how much you're ruining his life by being with him?
Really? You're that important and powerful of a man? Then that everything you say is right? You're that arrogant and self-centered that you think you can control your son's life and happiness?
I am, but I'm sure a lowlife like you would never be able to understand my power. I do not approve of the marriage between my elite son and some lowlife who was only raised by her mother. If my punch to your face has helped you understand that, then get lost. You moneyless thief, you're not welcome here, and you're not welcome in his life.
But my mom is the chairman of your company. She's the one who can fire you.
You're a lying piece of trash. Nice try, but you'll never be able to get me to say sorry to you. You'll never be able to get me to accept you. You're nothing to me and nothing to him.
I see. He's not who I thought he was when I hired him as my CEO. He seemed to do his job well enough, but I never really knew him. I never expected him to do something like this.
Me neither, Mom. He was horrible to me. I've never felt so humiliated and hurt in my life. He punched me, Mom. He didn't care about my situation or anything. He just hit me like I was nothing.
How is David coping with this? He must be torn between you and his dad.
He's always had a hard time with his dad. His dad never let him have his own life. He always decided everything for him. That's why I wanted to meet him and ask for his permission to marry David. I tried to convince him that I would be a good wife and a good daughter-in-law. But he hated me as soon as I told him that I grew up with only you. He thought I was flawed and unworthy of his perfect and prestigious son. He ruined everything. I wish I never told him anything about myself. I should have lied to him and got his approval. And then I would have taken David away from him after we got married.
David must be devastated too. I'm so sorry, Miranda. I should have seen through Peter's facade. Maybe he's gone mad with power. Maybe he thinks he's better than everyone else and above the law. That scares me a lot.
But he is a big deal, right? He's the CEO of your company. He runs a lot of things. You need him to keep your company stable. Maybe that's why he became so arrogant and cruel. He must have done something good for the company that made you trust him. Maybe you can just let him stay and make him take some ethics classes or something.
No, Miranda. I don't care how good he is at his job. If he's a monster, he doesn't belong in my company. If he did this to you, he must have done worse to others. I'm going to investigate him and fire him. I'm going to make sure he can't fight back or sue me. And I am going to make him pay for punching my daughter. He would never dare to do that if I was there with you. Please take pictures of your injuries and send them to me. I need all the evidence I can get. I won't let him get away with this. He's a piece of trash, and I'm going to throw him out.
Don't worry about me, Mom. He can't even punch properly. It felt like a feather hitting my face. I know you have to deal with him, and I want you to make him pay for his twisted mind. But the worst part is not the pain. It's seeing David so sad. He's the one who took me to meet his dad, and now he blames himself for what happened. I've told him it's not his fault, but he can't stop crying whenever he looks at my black eye.
You have to put some ice on that eye, Miranda. It will heal faster. And you and David need to talk this out. He doesn't have to feel guilty for his dad's actions. I don't think he ever imagined his dad would be so low. And I won't interfere with your relationship. It's your choice. You're both adults, and you need to support each other in times like this. I'm sure he'll feel better after you have a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
And I'm sorry too, Miranda. I'm sorry I didn't see Peter for who he really is. So don't think about him anymore. I'll take care of him for you. I'll make sure he sees the consequences of his childish behavior. Just focus on your future husband.
I get it now. I get why David hates his dad so much. But the thing is, no matter what his dad does to him, he still wants to stay by his side. I don't want him to feel trapped by his dad anymore. I want him to know he can leave whenever he wants. He's free.
David still loves you, right? He still wants to marry you?
Of course. We don't care what anyone says about us. We know we'll be happy together. Even if you were against us, we'd still get married. I know you're not, but if you were, I'd cut you off to be with David. That's how much I love him, Mom.
You're so stubborn, Miranda. Just like me.
I guess so. And I don't care what that jerk Jeff says to me. It's actually kind of fun to see him try to bully me. Peter tries so hard to make me look like a monster, but he only makes himself look like a fool.
Well, it might be fun now, but don't let him get to you. He's trying to hurt you, mentally and physically. You can only take so much, so we need to stop him before you break down. I'm worried about you, but I know you're strong.
I'm fine, Mom. I'm like you, right? You're so strong. You've always been on your own, and you taught me how to be a strong single mother. And because of what you taught me, I'm not going to lose to some coward of a man.
I'm sorry I made you go through so many hard times when you were young. And I'm sure you felt lonely sometimes.
I did feel lonely sometimes. But I'm still glad you're my mom. You're so kind and strong, and I've always wanted to be like you. You're the best mom ever, Mom. David had a mom and a dad, and he always had someone around him. But I think he's lonelier now than I ever was.
I appreciate it, Miranda. You make me so happy. And I promise you, we'll get David out of that nightmare soon.
We will, Mom. And don't thank me. It's easy to say nice things about you. You're the best mom ever, right? You deserve to hear that every day.
I'm so lucky to have you as my daughter. You're amazing, Miranda. Sometimes I'm speechless by how wonderful you are.
Aw, Mom, you don't have to say that. I'm sorry if I put you on the spot. I know you love me, and I love you too. You're always there for me, Mom.
No, Miranda, you're always there for me. You're my sunshine. How about we celebrate when this is over? Let's go somewhere fun with David. Just the three of us.
That sounds awesome, Mom.
Peter, we need to talk now.
Well, hello, Chairman. What's up? You know you can always drop by my office for a chat. Is something wrong?
Something is very wrong. Don't you remember?
Remember what? The company is doing great. Nothing out of the ordinary here. You should know that our company is thriving. Thanks to me, of course.
Is that so? Well, what about outside the company?
Nothing. I have a wonderful life outside work. I'm very proud of it. But to be honest, I don't have much time for anything else. I'm always working, one way or another.
A wonderful life, huh? Does that include punching women in the face?
What? What are you talking about?
You did a number on my daughter.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
My daughter, Miranda, she came to your house to introduce herself and asked for your blessing to marry your son. But she told me that things went horribly wrong, and you did something unthinkable. I also talked to your son about this, so don't pretend you don't know.
That? What can I say?
Tell me right now, what did you do to my daughter?
You're mistaken. What happened was, well, she was rude to me, but I didn't punch her in the face. That's not true. I'm sure I just touched her shoulder or something.
How would you like it if someone punched you in the face?
I'm serious. I'm sure this could have been avoided somehow, but I didn't punch her.
Then what's this recording I have?
What? No, that's...
This is the recording that Miranda made when she was with you. And you can clearly hear the sound of your fist hitting her cheek and her falling to the ground. And I have your son as a witness to all of this. So what were you thinking after what you did?
You have my son as a witness? He told you about this?
He told me that his dad punched Miranda in the face. He also said that it was his fault and that he was sorry. Aren't you ashamed as a father to have your son apologize for your actions?
That traitor. He lied to you. I'm sure she just tripped and fell, but I never punched her in the face.
You just said it was a touch on the shoulder.
It's because of my son telling you nonsense. That's why I got confused for a moment. To be honest, if I had known she was your daughter...
So you're saying that if she wasn't my daughter, it would be okay to hit her like that? To give her a black eye?
That's not what I meant. But I don't want them to get married. I have the right to choose who marries my son, since he's the heir to my position, right?
Don't change the subject. You insulted and assaulted your son's fiancé. That's a fact. So let's talk about that.
No. Wait. This is all a misunderstanding. I swear, someone set me up.
You're such a coward. You're fired, Peter. Effective immediately.
What?
Pack your things and get out of here.
Wait a minute. This is crazy. Don't you know how much I've given up for this company?
You made your choices, Peter. Now, face the consequences.
But...
My decision is final. You can't change it. You should know that better than anyone, right?
I get it. I'll admit it. I did hit Miranda in the face, but it was an accident, and I'm sorry about my son.
You think I'll forgive you because you let my daughter marry your son?
Then what do you want me to do? Do you want me to grovel at your feet and beg for mercy? Will that make you happy?
Maybe you'll realize what a piece of garbage you are, but it's too late now. I never want to see your face again.
Please, Chairman. Please, just hear me out. Hey, can you help me out here? I didn't know you were the chairman's daughter.
What do you want?
I want you to make the chairman see my point of view. I didn't mean to hurt you back then. I was just worried about David and, well, just for now, talk to your mom for me.
Talk to her? She knows exactly what you are. A monster.
She thinks I punch you in the face. That's a lie. You're lying.
I'm not lying. You hit me hard. And I told my mom everything. And guess what? I have a recording of it. So don't try to deny it. Just get ready for the consequences. And I'm suing you, Peter. And I've already filed a complaint against you. The police will be on your case soon.
Wait, that's too much. This is a family matter.
This is not a family matter. This is a legal matter. And I have proof. That's why I recorded us.
Then you're okay with never seeing my son again, huh?
What? Why would that happen? Because I'm suing you?
Listen to me. He's my son and he's mine. I'm grooming him to be the next CEO of this company. So if you're suing me, you better give him back to me.
Well, David said he's done with you.
No way. He loves me more than anyone. You're the one who's trying to brainwash him.
You're the one who's been brainwashing him all this time. You used your power as his father to control his life and never let him be himself. Maybe you should think about how he feels before you take away everything he cares about.
Shut up! What do you know about being a father? You're just a fatherless brat.
My father has nothing to do with this. I had my mom's love and support all my life. She taught me so much, and she still does.
And I did the same for him. I gave him all the love he needed, and that's why he's an elite. I raised him to be happy and successful, and you know that being an elite is the only way to be happy in this world.
David's happiness comes from being with people who love him and let him live a peaceful life. And he hates you for calling him an elite or a loser. He told me he's happier anywhere but with you.
What? Is that true?
I bet you never knew that, right? And that's because you never loved David. You just treated him like an object that you could use to boost your ego.
What do you know?
Nothing. I know nothing about you. But I know one thing. Compared to my mom, you're a disease.
Ha! You're just a mama's girl.
You sound like a kid. Give it up, Peter. You have no power here.
Damn you! You're nothing. Hey, please, can you give me another chance? I swear I'll never do anything wrong again.
Leave me alone. You and I are strangers now.
Please, I have no one left. My family, my wife, they all left me. And I can't find any work anywhere.
And that's your fault. You're living the life you deserve.
I've changed. I swear. Just give me one more chance, please. I just want to see David again.
Yeah, right. You just want to get some money from us, don't you? Since you're broke.
What?
I know everything, Peter. You've been wasting your life away on the streets. And the story about you spending $200,000 in one night is all over the internet. You even pay people to call you CEO, because that's the only thing that makes you happy, right?
How do you know that?
You have nothing to offer me or my family. All you do is hurt others to feed your pride and destroy their happiness. And now that you're desperate, you're trying to get any help you can, but only if you still feel superior. But you're a joke, and no one wants you near them.
How dare you?
You're a failure as a father, as a husband, and as a human being. You're unwanted and unwelcome, and I don't want you or anyone I care about to be around you.
I've learned from my mistakes, I swear. How can you be so cruel to someone who's suffered so much?
You suffered enough? Then where's my apology?
What?
You insulted and attacked me, and you never apologized to me.
What? I think I did.
No, you tried to apologize to my mom, but not to me. I thought people who learned their lessons start by saying sorry. But it doesn't matter now. I hope you rot in your hell.
What about David? How is he? I want to talk to my son.
You read his letter, didn't you? What did he say?
He said he'll make me pay if I ever show up again.
That means he wants you to stay away. So respect his wishes and leave us alone. I know you never respected him, but your life is on the line this time. So do one good thing and stay away.
Why? Can't you at least forgive me a little? I'm about to lose my house and live on the streets.
I don't care what you say. My mind is made up. I'm like my mom, Peter. A stubborn woman. After that, I blocked Peter's number and never heard from him again. He was drowning in debt and lost his house to the bank. He begged for help, but no one cared. He lost his family, his wife left him, and he was fired from his CEO job. He couldn't find any decent work, and he ran away from the city we all lived in. No one knows where he went. Some say he borrowed money from loan sharks and they kidnapped him when he couldn't pay. But whatever happened to him, I wonder how he feels. A man with such a fragile ego must be broken. As for me, I bought a new house and moved in with David. We started a new life together. David took over his dad's role as CEO, and he's doing great with my mom's help. The company is doing much better than before. David also let go of the bad memories of his dad and doesn't hate him anymore. That makes me happy. He's focused on his job and he's happier than ever. I'm so lucky to be with David. He's the love of my life. And I'm glad he doesn't have to suffer because of his dad anymore.